Hello, I'm Tabor MacCallum with Paragon. I wanted to give one of the little interesting stories from the first commercial payload that went to the International Space Station. This payload was a little biosphere, a closed ecosystem with plants and animals inside of it that we sent up on a Progress vehicle to live on the station with thousands of children having ground controls of the little ecosystem here on Earth. And we went through astronaut training and we showed them all how it worked, and we went through the logistics of how it went up on Progress and what would happen to the system and what video was going to be taken, things like that, and came up on Progress. Everything seemed just fine. About a day after being on station, we get a rather intense call from Russian Mission Control saying, "It's breeding. What do we do?" We responded that the animals must be very happy. That sounds great. Just let them breed. And we were sort of perplexed by the intensity of it's breeding. They wrote back again, rather more urgently, "It's breeding. Will it explode?" At one point, one of our engineers who brews beer said, "I think they mean brewing, as in fermenting, as in rotting, as in going to explode." We wrote back, "Oh no, it can't be. Show us a picture." So they sent us a little picture of what it looked like. And the plant was covered in a very fine mist of small bubbles, as was the cylinder wall that it sits in. We realized that it had been in progress in the dark for a few days, and it got into light, and the plant made oxygen. And rather than those oxygen bubbles coming to the top, they all clouded around the plant and the walls of the cylinder, making it look like it was fermenting inside. So we said, "Oh, don't worry, it's fine, it's making oxygen, everyone's happy." We wrote them a little explanation of why it was behaving that way and apologized for not anticipating that this might happen during the training. Everything seemed to be fine. An hour later, we get another call, now even more urgent. "Now we're sure it's going to explode. It's filling with oxygen. What do we do? Should we eject it from the space station?" So we had to write back saying, "No, actually, the way an ecosystem works," and we went through all the chemistry of how an ecosystem works, and this is a one-time event, and et cetera, and they wrote back and said, "This is really interesting." And ever since then, our little biosphere is sort of the mascot of the station. We get film back from it, and they tell us how the animals were doing and when they were actually breeding. So I would like to do a toast to all the people who live, work, and will live and work in space. Cheers.